Hello everybody and welcome to Jeff the Pharmacist. So today I want to talk about Phentermine. So Phentermine is an older medication. It's half of the drug fen-phen. The more effective half of fen-phen was actually taken off the market, and we have Phentermine. Phentermine is extremely popular. It's not that effective. If you look at the data, it suggests that there is some positive benefit in the first couple weeks of people taking Phentermine. And even in the package insert of Adipex, which is the brand name of Phentermine, they talk about using Phentermine as to kind of help people get into a diet, but not really as something that should be sustained. As a pharmacist, a retail pharmacist, I can tell you that people take Phentermine for years. I don't really think that that's helpful, but I think people become kind of addicted to it, or become kind of used to the side effects of it, which help people maybe get out of bed or help people with their energy level and stuff like that. But the weight loss benefit goes away after a few weeks. So that's kind of what the drug promises to do. It promises to help you lose weight. It's effective in the first couple of weeks. If you're not sustaining a diet after that, there's not really any long-term benefit. There is some benefit in combining Phentermine with topiramate, which is one of the more expensive drugs called Qysmia or Qysmia. I don't really know exactly how it's pronounced. It's Qysmia. And that combines Phentermine. So Phentermine is a stimulant that helps with appetite control. And topiramate also has a side effect of making people less hungry. It's known to cause some weight loss. People take it for other things and they might lose weight. So they took these two drugs and they combined them together. If your doctor prescribes you that, I don't know if they would do it, but ask them if they would just prescribe the two drugs by themselves, because Qysmia is very expensive. Most insurances won't cover it. Really, I'm not a huge fan of using pills for losing weight. I think, you know, the behavior has to change, and that's more important than using the pill. I think that's obvious for people. I think people want something to help them, and you know, if you did take Phentermine or Qysmia and you were also, you know, starting some big lifestyle change, maybe it might help with that. But doing the lifestyle change by itself also is helpful. In my experience, I used to be about 255 pounds. Now I'm in the 190s. Christmas was a couple days ago, so I'm at the northern end of the 190s, which I haven't been that fat in a while, but I do plan on going back down. And the way that I've kind of structured my diet is just by avoiding carbs in general. I look at any kind of bread or pasta or anything as like a treat. So if you're, you know, the largest part of the food pyramid is bread, pasta, and all that, I think that's all nonsense. I don't think that's helpful for somebody who has problems maintaining weight. What I've done for myself is use like a ketogenic diet or a low carb diet, more than a ketogenic diet, and also something called affirmations. So that's just when you write down every morning kind of your goal. So you say, you know, I, Jeff Pop, will be 180 pounds, and then I write that down, you know, 20 times. That's helped me just to stay focused on it. Because, you know, you go throughout your day and, you know, you might be working on some problem at work, and then somebody just puts a plate of like chocolate chip cookies in front of you or donuts because they want you to be a participant in their own failure. And so, you know, you're eating the donuts with them. Don't ever look at those as gifts. They're not. They're just people that are feeling guilty about, like, I have a guy at work who always wants to like split his Snickers bar with me. I'm like, I don't want it. It's failure. But I mean, you know, once in a while you want to treat or something, but treat yourself on your own terms. So back to phentermine. So stimulants in general have an anorexic effect. They have a they kind of cut the appetite. It's not exactly known why they do that, but caffeine does it. Adderall does it. You know, Vyvanse does it. Nicotine helps people with appetite. So these all have kind of appetite suppressant effects. Your body does tend to get used to it. So, you know, if you take phentermine for a year, you might lose a couple pounds, but it's not going to be a significant weight loss. The data from Qysmia is more promising. That was about 5 to 10% weight loss on that drug over a year. Unfortunately, it's very expensive, so that could be an issue. Like I said before, if you were to take that, just ask your doctor to give you the components of the medication because they're cheaper and they're generic drugs, phentermine and topiramate. So side effects of the medication are, since it's a stimulant, it increases your heart rate. It can increase your blood pressure, certainly. It's dosed in the morning typically because it can cause insomnia. And if you're somebody that already has a problem with insomnia, that can just make it worse. You might become more tolerant to the effects after a while, but it can become an issue. There are a couple of big warnings on it. I don't know if you remember, fen-phen was taken off the market. Fen-phen was super popular. There were all these clinics that popped up, and it was really effective. But it caused something called pulmonary hypertension, which can be fatal. And it's regurgitant valvular disease. So that's when the heart valves, the blood regurgitates from the heart valves. It's not flowing out properly. So that's a very serious problem. It's not that common, but it was an issue with fen-phen. So since phentermine's one half of fen-phen, they do list that as a warning. You know, other more common things are people who have psychiatric problems. For instance, if you have bipolar disease or schizophrenia or something, you might not want to be on phentermine because phentermine could potentiate a psychotic episode. I mean, if you don't have those problems, you could also, could also cause psychosis as well, but it's less likely. There's a chance of changes in libido, an unpleasant taste in your mouth, diarrhea, constipation. It's not recommended to be mixed with alcohol, and these drugs, they act on the brain, so it could have some effect on operation of motor vehicles or heavy machinery, but they don't. It's not as strong a warning as it is with opiates or alcohol. It's just that people shouldn't drive before they know how it affects them. And there's some serious drug interactions. I won't go through all of them. Just to say that it interacts with something called monoamine oxidase inhibitors, and these are the older antidepressants. Monoamine oxidase inhibitors interact with a lot of stuff, and they cause really serious interactions. Like if you look at the back of a like a Robitussin DM box, you'll see a warning about monoamine oxidase inhibitors. So it interacts with lots of stuff. There's no benefit for pregnant people to take it. There's really only downside, and also people that are nursing. So it's contraindicated in those populations, meaning people that are pregnant or nursing can't take it. So I guess you could guess I'm not a huge fan of phentermine. It's it has effects on the mood. It can cause euphoria or dysphoria, and people can become dependent on it even after they don't really see change in the weight. So that they might just like the feeling, the energy boost it gives you, might help people get out of bed, that kind of thing. So I'm not a big fan of Phentermine. If you are tempted to try it, you know, obviously with your doctor's supervision, it should be used short term. Things that do really work are reducing carbohydrate intake. Carbs tend to make you hungrier, especially if you're somebody with like an overactive pancreas. I think I might be somebody with an overactive pancreas, meaning I eat sugar and then I just feel hungry right away. Some people, they'll eat sugar and bread and stuff and they'll feel full for a long period of time. I don't. I feel full after eating fats and protein. That combination. If I eat sugar, it just kicks my butt. It makes me tired. It makes me hungry. So I hope you all found this interesting. If you did, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. I appreciate you guys watching this. I want to thank you guys for watching. It's a great honor. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks a lot.